everyone, I went to Pondicherry in October with my friend Priya, and I'll take you through all the places that I went so you can go there too. Pondicherry is a very pretty place. Visually vibrant, pleasing to the eyes, such bright blue sky, and it looks like a painting every time you're walking there. So we took a 6 a.m. bus from Bangalore and reached Pondi around afternoon. On our day 0, we wandered around the streets and rented a scooty. Of course, we got a yellow Vespa, matched our aesthetics also. By the time we got a scooty, we were very tired. So we straight away went for dinner at the place I mentioned, Taka Pizza. The best ever good fired pizza of my life. We had leftovers and we ate it for the breakfast the next day also. Oh my god. For day 1, we planned to leave the hostel really early, but we were tired, so we left around noonish instead of 7 a.m. We went through the bright walls of Pondicherry. We shot some clips for her Instagram while I was casually taking these clips. I planned on posting them as a very casual thing on Instagram. I never thought I'll be making my YouTube channel. Destiny had other plans, hence I have these clips, I guess. We had a very late lunch at Coromandel Cafe, which was a really pretty place. I tried mise platter for the first time and it was amazing. After a quiet nap in the AC, we went for dinner. We went to the place called Ante and we tried sushi. I was actually surprised how good it was, but then it was me being an idiot because why would you not get good fish in a coastal town? For day 2, we went to Bread and Chocolate for our breakfast. I had hot chocolate with espresso shot. Honestly, the concept was amazing, the drink was great, but the overall ambience and the other dishes of that place felt a little flat. They were not able to handle the crowd at all. After having that mediocre brunch, we went to the blue flag beach called the Eden Beach. I think everyone should go there. You can also go to the Paradise Beach, which is on the same coast. However, you have to go via ferry if you're going to Paradise, whereas Eden is free. You go with your own vehicle, park, and just walk to the beach. While we were returning from the beach, a very kind lady who lived there offered the tap outside her house so we could clean our feet and legs, like remove all the sand. She was so sweet to us. So we went back to our hostel and after freshening up, we went out for dinner. There was 30 plus minutes waiting time at each place. Somehow we found a restaurant that gave us seating immediately. I got a beef steak, Ria got a chicken chettinad with rice. Her chicken chettinad was not chettinading the way it should. The steak also felt very dry and chewy. Disappointingly, we left from that place and we thought we deserved some good dessert at least to end this day. So we went to a pebble pancake place. It had like mini tiny pancakes. That was the only good thing we had on day 2. Day 2, we had the most underwhelming meals every time. Why God, why? Oh, and if you're interested in food street type of places, Pondicherry is such a good place for that. I don't know what the exact location is called, but it was right outside that Ante restaurant we went yesterday, and it has pancakes, biryani, barbecue, noodles, everything. We have a similar place back in our hometown in Jamshedpur. We call it Khao Gali. If you know what that Pondicherry place is called in the local language or in English, please drop it in the comments. I don't think it's in my destiny to see the sunrise from Pondicherry. It's been 3 times I've been there and never seen one. Next morning, we wanted to go to Eden again to see the sunrise, but it was raining. So we slept, and then when we woke up, the weather turned out to be really pretty. The harshness of the sun had softened so much thanks to the rain. So we decided to go to Auroville. Day 3 was full on touristy. We went to Auroville. Make sure you wear very comfortable footing and a nice breathable dress. Also, don't forget to have an electric fan or a hand fan with you. If you don't have one, they sell it right outside near the parking. Just get one and you'll be very thankful for it. Also, you look pretty chic while fanning yourself. In Auroville, you have to walk a bit for like 2 kilometers round trip, and there are certain activities that you can do there, like the sound healing activity, or there is a Kala Bhavan also inside. You can visit those places. Just walk till the Matri Mandir. It was first time for Ria, so we saw that, clicked a few pictures. From there, we headed to the mangrove boating, and we did not want to be late for it. Honestly, I did not enjoy it that much. I'm not into boating and ferry rides anymore. Next time maybe I can try kayaking, or I saw like paracycling, something was going on that seemed interesting. Maybe I'll look out for that next time. After a whole day of being a tourist, once we cozied up in our bed, we didn't feel like stepping out for dinner. So I ordered chicken biryani and we called it a night. Next afternoon was our bus back to Bangalore. We did stop by Baker Street for our breakfast and we packed some for the lunch to have it in the bus. We packed some more to have it once we are back in Bangalore, like croissant and cookies. This marks the end of our trip and also this video. I hope you found some new things to do or any useful information. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave in the comments or DM me on Instagram. And thanks for watching. Bye. Like, share, subscribe. I was almost done shooting this, but I remembered I should give this out as a disclaimer for all the women who are planning a solo trip or a girls trip to Pondicherry. Please stay alert of your surroundings and make sure to stay in well-lit areas where there are other women present. We faced catcalling every day several times. Strangers will approach you, ask you weird nonsensical questions, and they will also stalk you. There was a viral reel of a girl who was walking back to her hotel from the beach and she was stalked till there. That makes it so unsafe. It's so creepy. If I'm ever going back to Pondicherry, I'll make sure there's a man in my group because I don't want to be approached by those creepy people anymore ever again. Some might say that it happened with one or two people, but it's not true. It's only the few of us who are telling you. It's very common. The girls in our hostel also faced the same thing. Ria called these people out several times and they would get ashamed every time. They know they are in the wrong, but you can never trust the fragile male ego. So take care and be safe out there.